The King of Queens, 1998 to 2007, first premiered with an unforgettable cast, delivering humorous, lighthearted, and emotionally charged moments that won the hearts of millions of fans worldwide. Laughter echoed endlessly, but behind every witty remark and comical situation lay a tragic story that few knew. Many talented actors, familiar faces on screen, faced harsh life challenges and sudden, unexpected deaths that left both their families and fans shocked and heartbroken. Beneath the comedy, these were lives filled with struggles, battles that only became visible once they had ended. In this article, we delve into the lives of famous actors who passed away in painful circumstances, uncovering the heartbreaking details of their journeys. Their smiles on screen became a legacy, but not everything unfolded as we might have expected. Let us turn the final pages of the lives of those who dedicated themselves to the arts and remember them, those who, even in death, continue to make us laugh, even as their laughter sometimes carries a sense of sorrow. Jerry Stiller, born on June 8, 1927, was one of Hollywood's legendary actors and comedians. Born into a Jewish family in Brooklyn, New York, Jerry Stiller began his artistic career at a young age. By the 1950s, Stiller was starting to make his mark in comedy shows and television series. However, his career truly took off when he and his wife, Ann Mira, became famous as the comedic duo Stiller and Mira. Throughout the 1960s and 1970s, Stiller and Mira became a beloved comedy duo, known for their chemistry, charm, and hilarious exchanges, bringing laughter to millions. However, Stiller's career reached its peak when he joined the cast of the iconic sitcom Seinfeld, 1993, playing the role of Frank Costanza, a humorous character marked by dramatic family conflicts. The biggest turning point in Jerry Stiller's career came when he joined The King of Queens, 1998 to 2007. His portrayal of Arthur Spooner in the show elevated his career to new heights, where he portrayed a quirky, humorous, and lovable father. Stiller's legacy extended beyond television, with memorable roles in films like Zoolander and Hairspray. His career was always intertwined with his life partner, Ann Mira, whom he married in 1954. Together, they had two children, Amy and Ben Stiller, both of whom pursued careers in the arts. Ben Stiller, Jerry and Ann's son, became one of Hollywood's most famous actors and directors. A major tragedy in Jerry Stiller's life was the death of his wife, Ann Mira, in 2015. Mira passed away at 85 after a long struggle with health issues. Her death devastated Stiller, who struggled with the loss deeply. These personal losses, along with the deaths of close friends in the industry, left Stiller with immense emotional pain. Jerry Stiller passed away on May 11, 2020, at the age of 92. His death left a huge void in the entertainment industry, particularly among fans of the shows he had graced. Ann Mira, born September 20, 1929, was also a renowned actress and comedian, with a career starting in the 1950s. She was widely known for her role as Veronica Alkin in The King of Queens, where she portrayed a comedic, lovable character. Mira was a talented woman, but her life was not without its challenges. She struggled with depression and at times felt overlooked in the shadow of her husband's overwhelming success. Yet, Mira's career remained remarkably distinguished, particularly for her work on stage and television. One of the major shocks in Mira's life was the death of her close friend, Joan Rivers, in 2014. The loss of Rivers deeply affected Mira, and it is believed to have contributed to her declining health in her final years. Mira passed away on May 23, 2015, at 85, just 1 year after her husband's death. Her passing was not only a loss to her family but also to the entertainment industry, as she was a significant talent and a comedic icon of her generation. Pamela Kosh, born on October 1, 1928, was a talented actress who captured the hearts of audiences with her portrayal of Flora on The King of Queens. Although her role in the show spanned just a few years, from 2001 to 2006, her performance left a lasting impact. The character she brought to life was vibrant and endearing, always infusing the scenes with charm and joy. Pamela Kosh's career, however, stretched far beyond this iconic role. She had a diverse career on stage and in various television shows, showcasing her range as an actress. Her personal life, however, was not without its challenges. She went through a turbulent marriage, which ended in a painful divorce, leaving a deep scar on her heart. One of the most heartbreaking aspects of her life was the estrangement from her only son, a wound that she carried with her through many years. Despite these personal tragedies, Pamela remained resilient, continuing to pursue her passion for acting with vigor and grace. However, like so many others, time eventually took its toll. In the later years of her life, Pamela's health began to decline, and mobility became an increasing struggle. Yet, even in the face of these difficulties, she maintained a determined spirit. Pamela passed away on May 4, 2022, in Burbank, California, at the age of 93. Her death marked a significant loss to her family, friends, and admirers, but the legacy of her artistic contributions lives on in the hearts of her fans. Ford Rainey, born on August 8, 1908, was a distinguished talent in American entertainment, with a career that spanned decades, from the stage to film and television. Ford is perhaps best known for his recurring role as Mickey in The King of Queens, which he portrayed from 1999 to 2003, leaving an unforgettable mark on viewers. His extensive career included dozens of notable roles in films, television programs, and plays, demonstrating his versatility as an actor. In his personal life, Ford was married to Sheila Hayden, with whom he had 2 sons. Despite a happy family life, Ford faced immense challenges in his later years. His health began to deteriorate, largely due to a series of strokes that left him unable to participate in the artistic projects he once loved. However, the greatest blow in Ford's life came with the death of his beloved wife, Sheila, in the early 2000s. Her passing deeply affected him, and he struggled with depression, which further weakened his health. Ford also suffered the loss of his close friend George C. Scott in 1999, a shock that compounded his grief. His health continued to decline, and Ford Rainey passed away on July 25, 2005, at the age of 96 due to complications from a stroke. His passing was a significant loss to the entertainment industry, leaving behind cherished memories and a rich artistic legacy. Joe Flaherty, born on June 21, 1941, was a talented actor and comedian, most notably known for his role as Father McAndrew on The King of Queens in 2001. His career, which spanned several decades, was marked by his unforgettable performances on SCTV, Second City Television, and in numerous classic comedy films. Flaherty's humor and sharp wit earned him a place as one of the most recognizable names in American comedy. However, his personal life was fraught with difficulties. Joe endured a painful divorce, leading him to become a single father to 2 children, Rachel and Paul. Raising his children alone, particularly while caring for his daughter Rachel, who faced severe health challenges, placed tremendous pressure on Joe. Despite these hardships, he remained committed to his children and his career. Another profound loss for Joe was the death of his close friend and fellow comedian, John Candy. This, alongside his own personal struggles, left a heavy emotional toll on him, complicating his already difficult life. In his later years, Joe's health began to decline, and the effects of aging took their toll. Nonetheless, he maintained an optimistic outlook, living with the resilience that had defined much of his life. Joe Flaherty passed away on April 1, 2024, at the age of 82. His death marked the end of an era in comedy, leaving behind a unique and invaluable artistic legacy that continues to bring laughter and joy to his fans. Gavin McLoud, born on February 28, 1931, was one of the most prominent figures in American entertainment, best known for his role as Uncle Stu in the 2001 The King of Queens episode, Snow Job. However, his career did not end there. He was a central star in The Mary Tyler Moore Show and The Love Boat, 2 iconic TV series that cemented his place as a familiar face in American television for decades. His performances in these shows left a lasting legacy, making him an essential figure in TV history. Despite his professional success, McLeod's personal life was filled with struggles. He fought a long battle with alcohol addiction, a challenge he publicly overcame in the 1990s. His battle with addiction caused him many difficult years, but Gavin eventually found peace after winning his personal fight. McLoud was married twice in his life. His first marriage to Joan DeVore ended in divorce, but he later found true love with Patty Steele, whom he married in 1985. They had 4 children together, but their relationship was also fraught with difficulties. After a long period, they divorced, but later reconciled and continued to live together. Throughout his life, Gavin McLoud experienced much sadness and loss. He mourned the deaths of many close friends in the industry, especially co-stars from The Love Boat. These losses only added to the pain he endured in his later years. Gavin McLoud passed away on May 29, 2021, at the age of 90, after a life filled with artistic achievements and personal challenges. Norma Michaels, born on March 13, 1924, was a talented actress, best known for her role as Josephine in The King of Queens from 2004 to 2006. Although she was a familiar face to audiences throughout her career, Norma's personal life was quiet and filled with sacrifice. She never married and spent most of her time caring for her mother, who was chronically ill for many years. When her mother passed away, Norma became lonely and struggled with isolation in her later years. Though she had close friends in the industry, including actress Peggy Ray, their deaths deepened her sense of loss and loneliness. These personal hardships, combined with her declining health in her final years, led to many challenges. Eventually, Norma Michaels moved to Palm Springs, California, hoping for a peaceful life, but her health continued to worsen. On January 11, 2020, she passed away at the age of 95, leaving behind a strong artistic legacy and remaining a memorable face of The King of Queens. Carol Ann Susie, born on February 2, 1952, was a standout actress, especially remembered for her role as Mrs. DeLuca in the King of Queens episode Cooked. However, Carol Ann Susie is most famous for providing the voice of Mrs. Wolowitz, Howard Wolowitz's mother, on The Big Bang Theory. Although she never appeared on screen, the voice of Mrs. Wolowitz became an integral part of the show, and Susie's talent was recognized worldwide. Along with her professional success, Carol Ann Susie faced significant personal challenges. She lost her brother just a few years before her own passing, a grief that she struggled to overcome. Though she never married and had no children, she focused her energy on her career and maintained close friendships. Yet, in her final years, she faced increasing loneliness as she lost a dear friend. The pain of these losses, coupled with a battle against a fierce illness, eventually led to her passing on November 11, 2014, at the age of 62. Her death was a huge shock to fans and industry colleagues alike. Carol Ann Susie's talent will live on in the hearts of those who loved her, and her portrayal of Mrs. Wolowitz will remain an unforgettable part of television history. Lisa Baines, born on July 9, 1955, was a talented actress, best known for her role as Georgia Boone, Carrie's tough boss, in the 2004 The King of Queens episode Entertainment Weekly. While she was celebrated for her work in the entertainment industry, Lisa's personal life was fraught with challenges. She had a deeply connected marriage to actress Catherine Cranhold, yet her life was far from easy. Tragedy struck in June 2021 when Lisa was involved in a hit-and-run car accident that shocked the public. She sustained severe injuries, with a particularly serious head wound. Lisa was rushed to the hospital in critical condition, and despite being surrounded by family and friends, the doctors were unable to save her. After a fierce struggle with her injuries, Lisa Baines passed away on June 14, 2021, at the age of 65. Her death left a massive void in the film industry, and she will always be remembered as a talented and passionate actress. Florence Henderson, born on February 14, 1934, was one of the most legendary stars of American television. She became widely known for her role as Lily in the King of Queens episode Roast Chicken in 2000, but her career spanned decades, with iconic roles in The Brady Bunch and other shows. Florence's personal life was not without its struggles. She married Miles Henderson in 1955 and had 4 children with him, but their marriage ended in divorce in 1985 after years of conflict and financial difficulty. After the divorce, Florence faced the challenge of raising her children on her own, including a son battling addiction, which caused additional stress and conflict within the family. The pain of these difficulties was compounded when she lost her close friend and Bette Davis in 2014, a loss that deeply affected Florence. She also faced the death of her father during a time of great personal and professional pressure. Despite enduring these tragedies, Florence Henderson remained a resilient mother, friend, and artist. However, on November 24, 2016, Florence passed away at the age of 82 from heart failure. Her death was a significant loss, not only to her family but also to her worldwide fanbase. Florence Henderson will forever be a symbol of strength and love, remembered not just for her iconic roles but also for her deep devotion to family and friends. Peter Bole, born on October 18, 1935, became an icon on screen, most notably playing Frank Barone, the gruff yet lovable father of Ray Barone, in the King of Queens crossover episode Road Rage in 1998. But Boyle's distinguished career wasn't limited to comedy. He also made lasting impressions in classic films like Young Frankenstein and Taxi Driver. To many, Bole was a brilliant talent, but his journey in life was not without its struggles. Despite his immense career success, Peter Bole battled a fierce personal struggle with alcoholism. For years, he sank into the depths of addiction, a battle that took a toll on both his career and personal life. However, in the 1980s, Bole overcame his addiction and regained his sobriety, allowing him to reclaim his place in Hollywood. Bole also had a rich family life. He married Lorraine Altfield and had 2 children, but he also suffered several losses in the entertainment industry, including the death of his close friend John Marley. Marley's passing profoundly impacted Bole, leaving a lasting emptiness in his soul. But perhaps the most painful loss was the death of his father, a grief that haunted him for the rest of his life. Peter Bole passed away on December 12, 2006, at the age of 71 from complications related to multiple myeloma and heart disease. His death was a huge loss to both the film industry and his fans, who will always remember him as a talented actor and a resilient individual who faced life's challenges with strength. Francine York, born on August 26, 1936, was a standout actress best known for her role as Evelyn Ross in the 2003 episode Animal Attraction of The King of Queens. However, her life was not without its struggles and challenges. Despite being married once, Francine faced considerable pressure in her career and personal life, which ultimately led to the breakdown of her marriage, and she never had children. Her life became even more painful when she was diagnosed with breast cancer, a devastating blow, especially given her previous health struggles. The disease not only severely impacted her physically but also took a toll on her mental state, particularly when she lost her close friend and fellow actress in the industry. This loss deepened the pain of her ongoing battle with the illness. Despite the overwhelming fight against cancer, Francine York remained resilient, using her acting career as a form of therapy. Yet, as her health deteriorated, the long, hard battle against the disease became one she could not win. Francine York passed away on January 6, 2017, at the age of 80, leaving a significant void in the hearts of her fans and colleagues. She will be remembered not only for her talent but also for her unwavering strength and determination throughout her life. Doris Roberts, born on November 4, 1925, was one of Hollywood's legendary actresses, best remembered for her role as Marie Barone, the overbearing yet lovable mother in the 1999 The King of Queens crossover episode Rainy Day. She left a lasting impact on fans and colleagues with her humorous and emotionally rich performances. However, behind the smiles on screen, Doris faced her fair share of trials and tragedies. Doris was briefly married to Michael Kanata, but their relationship ended in divorce. She faced the challenge of raising her beloved son as a single mother. Yet, the pain did not stop there. She experienced the sudden loss of her beloved sister, an emotional blow that deeply affected Doris. The series of heart-wrenching losses continued as Doris witnessed the passing of close friends within the industry, including her dear friend and co-star Peter Bole. These griefs weighed heavily on her in the later years of her life, as she often spoke about the importance of friendship and connection in the entertainment world. Despite her personal struggles, Doris Roberts maintained a strong spirit and optimism, reflected in her enduring performances. Doris passed away on April 17, 2016, at the age of 90, from a stroke. Her death marked a tremendous loss for both the entertainment industry and her admirers, as she will forever be remembered as a symbol of kindness and boundless love. Esther Scott, born on April 13, 1953, was a beloved actress, especially known for her portrayal of Clara, a warm and endearing character in the 1999 The King of Queens episode Court Date. She was a familiar face in many television programs and films, and although she was never a major star, Esther left a lasting impression with her natural acting ability and sincerity in every role she played. However, Esther Scott's life was not a smooth ride. She faced severe financial difficulties, particularly as a single mother. The pressure of caring for her son while dealing with economic hardships created immense strain on Esther, but she always persevered for her child's well-being. Despite the challenges, she kept her spirit strong and continued to contribute to her profession. Tragedy struck when Esther passed away on February 14, 2020, at the age of 66, from a sudden heart attack. Her death left a significant void in the hearts of her family, friends, and those who admired her work. Though she may not have been as widely known as some of her peers, Esther left an indelible mark on those who witnessed her talent and the gentleness of her soul. William Hurt, born on March 20, 1950, was one of Hollywood's most talented actors, with a brilliant career and numerous prestigious awards. He was especially remarkable in his portrayal of Dr. Tabor in the 2002 The King of Queens episode, Shrink Wrap, showcasing his ability to transform into different roles. However, behind the brilliance of his career, William Hurt's life was marked by tragedy and challenge. He endured 3 failed marriages, each leaving emotional scars that he carried throughout his life. The divorces not only wounded his spirit but also caused him deep loneliness and profound disappointment. Additionally, he struggled with long-standing addiction issues, which complicated his personal life and had a significant impact on his relationships and career. But the greatest challenge he faced was the death of his beloved father, a blow from which he never fully recovered. The deep sense of loss and longing for the golden days of the past haunted William Hurt in the final years of his life. In his later years, he battled severe health problems, with prostate cancer becoming his most significant threat. Despite fighting tirelessly, the illness ultimately claimed his life. William Hurt passed away on March 13, 2022, at the age of 71, due to complications from cancer. His death was a great loss to the film industry, and those who admired him will forever remember the talented artist who gave his all despite a life full of personal struggles. Harold Gould, born on December 10, 1923, was a veteran actor with a distinguished career in films and television, including his role as of Glassman in the King of Queens episode Rainy Day, in 2000. His career spanned decades, with performances full of emotion and humor, leaving an indelible mark on audiences. However, Harold Gould's life was not a tale of purely happy moments. Harold endured a painful first marriage, which ended in divorce. Afterward, he was left to raise 3 children on his own, a daunting and challenging task. Balancing the responsibilities of single fatherhood with his acting career was far from easy, but Harold did his best to nurture his children while continuing to pursue his passion. Even after remarrying, he could not escape the sorrow from past losses. Thoughts of family and life were always tinged with sadness, as though part of his past haunted him. In the end, Harold Gould faced another significant challenge, prostate cancer. Though he kept the diagnosis private, it silently attacked his health over the years. Nevertheless, with strong will and resilience, he continued working and maintaining relationships with his family and friends. Sadly, Harold Gould passed away on September 11, 2010, at the age of 86 due to cancer. His passing was a great sadness to his family, friends, and fans. Though he wasn't a huge star, Harold Gould left a lasting legacy in the entertainment industry through his talent, dedication, and love for acting. Peter Scolari, born on September 12, 1955, was a talented actor, especially remembered for his role as Ron in the King of Queens episode Snow Job in 2002. His career began in the late 1970s, and Peter quickly became a familiar face in entertainment, notably with his role in Newhart. While beloved for his humorous and endearing performances, Peter's personal life was not without its own share of tragedy and struggle. Peter faced a turbulent marriage with actress Lisa Klein, with whom he had 2 children, Nicholas and Josephine. However, the relationship ultimately ended in divorce, leaving Peter with deep emotional sorrow. Beyond the challenges in his personal life, Peter also suffered the loss of his father, a grief that left him emotionally devastated, a pain that was not easy to overcome. Despite this, Peter continued to dedicate himself to acting and poured love into his children. In the final years of his life, Peter was diagnosed with cancer, a foe he could not escape. Although he fought bravely and persistently, the cruel disease eventually took his life. Peter Scolari passed away on October 22, 2021, at the age of 66. While not a colossal star, he left a profound impact on audiences through his warm and humorous roles. His death was a significant loss to the entertainment industry and to all those who admired him. Charlotte Rae, born on April 22, 1926, was one of the most beloved actresses of the 20th century, renowned for her role as Edna Garrett in The Facts of Life. She also appeared in The King of Queens, portraying Betty in the 2005 episode Mama Cast. With a stellar career spanning over 4 decades, Charlotte made a lasting impact on audiences. However, Charlotte's life wasn't always filled with joy. She was married to composer John Strauss and had 2 sons, Larry and Andrew. But after years of conflict and discord, the couple divorced. Charlotte was left to raise her children alone, a task that was anything but easy. To make matters worse, her son Andrew struggled with mental health issues, causing great distress for the family. The next tragedy came when Charlotte's close friend and co-star passed away from cancer. The loss of her dear friend was a heavy blow, further deepening Charlotte's pain and despair. But the greatest challenge was still to come. In her later years, Charlotte battled bone cancer. Despite her courageous and extraordinary fight, she ultimately succumbed to the devastating disease. Charlotte Rae passed away on August 5, 2018, at the age of 92. Her death left a huge void in the hearts of those who loved her. Her performances, especially in The Facts of Life, will forever symbolize resilience and determination. Charlotte will always be remembered not only for her talent but also for her kindness and the suffering she endured throughout her life. Kirsty Ali, born on January 12, 1951, was a familiar face in Hollywood, especially known for her role as Rebecca Howe in Cheers during the 1980s. Kirsty also appeared in The King of Queens, playing herself in the 2006 episode Acting Out. A talented actress and strong woman, Kirsty's life was not without its challenges. Kirsty married Parker Stevenson, and the couple adopted 2 children, William and Lily. However, their marriage ended in divorce, leaving Kirsty to navigate the challenges of single motherhood while dealing with her struggles with weight and body image. She also endured the deep loss of her mother, who passed away from cancer, leaving a lasting emotional scar that Kirsty carried with her for the rest of her life. But the worst tragedy came when Kirsty was diagnosed with colon cancer. She bravely fought the disease, but on December 5, 2022, Kirsty passed away at the age of 71, leaving her fans heartbroken. Her death not only marked the loss of a major star but also served as a reminder of the mental strength and resilience required to fight illness. Eddie Money, born on March 21, 1949, was a legendary rock musician, famous for hits like 2 Tickets to Paradise and Take Me Home Tonight. He left a lasting impression on the music world, but Eddie's life was also marked by personal struggles. One of his biggest challenges was his battle with alcohol and drug addiction, which affected both his career and personal relationships. Eddie married his high school sweetheart and together they had 5 children. However, his addiction caused fractures in the family life. Despite his efforts to recover and overcome these difficulties, life remained a struggle. Eddie faced many pains, including the loss of close friends in the music industry, such as Chris Cornell's death in 2017. This loss not only hurt him deeply but also reminded him of the battles many artists face. In his later years, Eddie was diagnosed with heart valve disease, requiring multiple surgeries, and other health problems left him feeling vulnerable. Ultimately, on September 13, 2019, Eddie passed away at the age of 70 due to complications from esophageal cancer. His death marked a significant loss for the rock music world, and Eddie's hits will forever be remembered as part of a great musical legacy. Looking back on the lives and careers of the actors from The King of Queens, each has a unique story, a journey filled with waves of triumph and challenge. From memorable careers to personal tragedies, these stars have left their mark on the entertainment industry and serve as models of resilience. Feel free to share your thoughts on this loss and your memories of the actors from The King of Queens. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to stay updated with our latest videos.